Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. We're back. The World Club Challenge is 15 minutes away. Just 15 minutes. Team lists are up on screen. I've sort of jazzed up the overlay a little bit. Might be a bit too jazzy, but yeah. Added a bit more to it. Hope everyone is well. There's a poll in the live stream chat. Let me know who you think is going to win. There's 25 votes so far. And 84%, or it's gone up to 28, 82% say the Broncos will win. I was wearing it all last week, Alex. Relax your stance, sir. Relax your stance. Got 59 people in here right now. Good evening, Kieran. Alex, good to see you. Jay as well. We had Marissa becoming a member. They have switched. They have switched over to Patreon. So if you want to become a member, it's over on Patreon. There's a QR code on screen or link in the description. I'm aware it's a KR game, but it's also a Broncos game. I wore this for the York KR game last week. Yes, these are the exact team lists for the game. I'll do one run through now and then one before we get started. So, in the backs for Hull KR, they have Arthur Morg, Tom Davies, Petter Hiku, Oliver Gildart, Joe Burgess, Mikey Lewis and Tyrone May. The forwards include Soaso Sue, Jez Litton, Tom Amone, Dean Hadley, James Batchelor and Elliot Minchella. The bench is Sam Luckley, Jai Whitbread, Reece Martin and Carl Lawton. 18th man is Jack Brown. In the backs for Brisbane Broncos, they have Reece Walsh, Josiah Karapani, Katoni Staggs, Guillermo Shibasaki, Dean Mariner, and Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds. The forwards include Corey Jensen, Corey Pakes, Payne Haas, Hakeem Haas, if anyone's upset about the name in there, Jack Gasiewski, Jordan Rickey, and Patrick Carrigan. The bench is Ben Hunt, Xavier Willison, Ben Talty, and Oblix Tower. Grant Addison is 18th man. Right. So, looking at the poll, 88% of 40 votes say the Broncos are going to win this one. Haas is going to the Rabbitohs for 2027. He's still there for the rest of the year. It's just next year he's going. I'm good, thank you, Jack. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well too, sir. Hope you are splendid. I feel like an early trumpet is necessary. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, if anyone's got any exact score predictions, let me know. I think I went with 24-16 to the Broncos. Something like that. Let me get my exact score real quick. And if you want to check my predictions for the rest of the round, predictions video is up on this channel. 26-16 to the Broncos is what I predicted. I think KR will give them a good game here. They enjoy the grind through the middle. They can restrict meters, but Haas is a different beast, so we'll see how they can contain it. If they can do a decent job containing Payne Haas, they'll do alright in this one. 30-0 Broncos, 30-14 Broncos, alright. 28-12 to Brisbane. Notorious White Maori, good morning, sir. Hope you're well. And Daryl's here too. Leeds Runners just signed a new player from the Dragons. From the Dragons, have they? Let's have a look. Who have they signed? Oh, you're talking about Jack Bird, right? I'm not that blown away by it, to be honest. He can play a few positions. He can play centres, halves if absolutely necessary. He can play the back row. He could play loose forward, probably a little bit at 9 if needed. So he's versatile, but he's I don't think he's like a massive signing, to be honest. Yeah, so for people that aren't familiar with this, it's a watch along. So I can't show live footage because I don't have the rights to it. You will not find a live stream showing the actual game anywhere on YouTube. You'll have to find a different website, unfortunately. But the game kicks off in 11 minutes, 10-11 minutes. I'll keep you up to date with the times, field position, tackle, who's in possession, all that kind of stuff. So this is radio, basically. But yeah, we've got kickoff in about 10 minutes. I'll keep you up to date with as much as possible. 87% of 61 people say the Broncos are going to win. We've got 110 people here. Welcome to the stream. There will be ads during the stream as well, just not during the game. Before halftime and full time, there will be ads, but not during the game itself. So don't worry about that. No live game in New Zealand. That's unfortunate. I know Super League's done a deal now with... I can't remember the name of the channel, but they've done a deal with someone so they can start showing games in New Zealand more. At least in Super League. Didn't realise it was tonight. You're at work. Hopefully KR get the win. Well, I think they'll give them a good go. Even if premium? Even if premium. Still don't think I'd be able to get away with that. Hope Brisbane win. First reason because they're my NRL team and I don't want Mikey Lewis winning anything. Don't like Mikey, do you? Why Brisbane changed the badge? I don't know exactly what the decision is to, or what the decision was to change the badge, but I like it. They had one of the most iconic logos in Rugby League. You'd say the most iconic ones would be Brisbane, Sydney Roosters, quite iconic. Leeds Rhinos in Super League is probably the most iconic. Any others? Any others that would be right up there? I mean, you could say any of the old clubs, but I don't know. I do like the logo anyway. I don't know whether I'd say it's better or worse. That's the thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, Bradford's old one was very iconic. So yeah, that's a good point. But I think Bradford's new one is better than their old one. I understand the old one's more iconic, but the new one I think is better. Bradford is a good point. Right, 72 votes, 88% say the Broncos will win. We've got about 8 minutes until kickoff. Yeah, the new Bradford one is very nice. It's very nice. I need to email them and ask if they could send me like a vector version of the logo, or an actual clean one, because when I try to do the logo color swaps, it's like really poor quality that I'm working with. This is where we talk about this year being our year. Of course, well, we don't really need to say it. I think we just know it is this time, so we don't have to say it. It was nice to see a packed out stadium. That's good. That is very, very good. Gone for quite a few upsets this game week. I haven't looked at your exact predictions, or haven't looked at everyone's exact predictions, but I imagine a lot of people that did put in predictions will have adjusted things slightly from what they did in week one. Right, 7 minutes to go. Do you think Wigan would have a better chance than KR if they made it to this game? Not necessarily. I think both are about as good as each other. So, I mean, on an individual basis, I think Wigan's individuals might be of a better quality. But as a team, Hull KR is probably the best. So it's the individuals that elevates Wigan to KR's level. As a team, it's KR, individuals Wigan, is what I'd say. I think they'll be about on par if they both played this game. Gone Hull FC win, York win, another upset which I can't remember. Yeah, I went with Toulouse to beat Castleford. I know that one, because Cass just lost out on Blake Taff as well for the season, which is really unfortunate. I think they both could have been valuable for each other. That's very unfortunate. Stuck to my predictions last week, but still kind of stuck to my guns this week. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, Kieran. Because the thing is, I was worried about overcompensating. So I've still had Leeds to beat York, because I feel like Leeds should win that game. But now I understand, based on what I've seen so far, that York can probably hold their own a little bit easier than I originally expected. Same with Toulouse. Toulouse really impressed me last week, and Bradford as well. So it's just, I'm trying not to completely overcorrect in case our sort of thinking was right the whole time. Have I spelled Gusevsky right? I don't know if I have. I'm missing an E in Gusevsky. Yep, I am. Or I've put the E in the wrong place. G-O-S-I-E. Yes, there we go. Okay. So unprofessional. There we go. Okay, about 5 minutes to go, a little bit less. Where's the fancy dress that you wore for the grand final? Sorry, I've wasn't thinking about that. I'll probably whip the suit out for the grand finals this year. Actually, no, I won't. Sorry, Jay. No, I won't, because I'll be at the grand final with Warrington and the Challenge Cup final. Well, maybe not the Challenge Cup, if I can't be arsed going. I'll wear it for the Challenge Cup final. But not the grand final, because I'll be there. Players are coming out the tunnel very soon, folks. And again, if you've not voted on the poll, 96 votes currently, 87% say that they'll win. Hope why I got knocked out first round to get more of you. Well, we already wiped the floor with Sheffield Eagles, so we should be completely fine for the rest of it. We got Ghoul Vikings next, actually, so I think we should be fine. Where are you watching this game? I've watched NRL, but it looks like it's not showing. It's not even on Watch NRL. That is interesting. Well, I'm watching it on Sky Sports here in the UK. Sky Sports Plus HD is the channel that it's on for those in the UK. It's on BBC Three. Alright, okay. Ninja Report, if you do happen to have a VPN, if you do, set it to UK and search for iPlayer. Players are coming out. Right then, I will do one final run through of the team lists, and then we'll be underway very, very soon. Whee! That's the one. Ninja Report, that is the one. iPlayer. But you will need to connect to a VPN in the UK, because if it will recognise that you're not in the UK. You might have to sign up as well. Real quick. But still a bit of time. Okay, final run through of the team list. In the backs for Hull KR, they have Arthur Morg, Tom Davies, Peteku, Oliver Gildart, Joe Burgess, Mikey Lewis, and Tyrone May. The forwards include Soato Sue, Jez Litton, Tom Amone, Dean Hadley, James Batchelor, and Elliot Minchella. The bench is Sam Luckley, Jai Whitbread, Reece Martin, and Cole Lawton. 18th man is Jack Brown. In the backs for the Brisbane Broncos, they have Reece Walsh, Josiah Karapani, Katoni Staggs, Gurmit Shibasaki, Dean Mariner, Ezra Mam, and Adam Reynolds. The forwards include Corey Jensen, Corey Pakes, Payne Haas, Jack Gosevsky, Jordan Rickey, and Patrick Carrigan. The bench is Ben Hunt, Xavier Willison, Ben Tolte, and Orblix Tower. 18th man is Grant Anderson. Right, we're just going through the national anthems. We probably don't need to do this, I'll be honest. We probably don't need to, but oh well. 120 votes, 87% say the Broncos will win. Again, if you've got an exact score prediction, throw them in, have a go. We've got 150 people here. I think there's an ad coming up for some people, but again, there will be no ads during the game, just to be very clear. As long as Mikey Lewis gets battered, you'll be happy. Fair enough. MKM Stadium looking so much better than usual. Well, it's just nice when it's full, isn't it? Same with the Halliwell Jones. It's nice when it's full. The Beverly Braves, or someone is the Beverly Braves mascot there. Xavier Willison could have a big game. He's a big bloke. 28-12. Fair do, Lee. Fair do. Or Leah. Leah, possibly. Right. We've got God Save the King coming up now, and then we'll be underway very soon. Somebody said Queen then. Somebody said Gracious Queen. I feel like Queen just rolls off the tongue a little bit better. Okay. Reece Walsh hat-trick, incoming, mark it down. Sorry, yeah, hand on chest. Sorry, folks. All right, there we go. Hey, let's go, folks. I'm not bothered who wins, but at the very least, I want KR to give a good account of themselves. I don't care who wins, but I just want KR to just do well. I'll turn this up a little bit, actually. Okay, we're moments away from kickoff, folks. Again, I can't show you the game for those that can't watch the game at home, but I'll do my best with commentary. So we'll see how it goes. Working like a charm. Cheers again, brother. Woke up in South Korea to watch it. Oh, wow. Okay. 4:30 a.m. Would have been spewing. Well, at least you can watch it, sir. At least you can watch it. Why you actually hit and watched it? Because there's tons of people in here. We've got 171 people. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to end this poll now. 158 votes, 86% to the win. Hope Brisbane win because you hate Mikey Lewis. Oh, dear. And final thing, social media is in the description if you want to become a member. QR code on screen or link in the description as well. Follow me on TikTok too. I need to get to 10k by the end of the year, or in a few weeks, hopefully. And I'm nearly at 14,000 subscribers. 13,928. Might hit that today, maybe. We'll see. Okay, folks. Moments away. Always want Brits unless it's Leeds. You a Cass fan? Bradford fan? Huddersfield fan? One of those? Another Yorkshireman? Or you just hate Leeds? The crowd is great. It's always nice seeing a full crowd at a rugby league game over here. First try. Great question. Ezra Mam. I'm going to say Ezra Mam, first try scorer. I think Mam and Walsh could have a great day today. Okay, ball is on the tee. Any second now, folks. We're getting underway. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Club Challenge is... It's underway. Hull Kingston Rovers kick to the Brisbane Broncos. Collected by Josiah Karapani. Patrick Carrigan with the first carry of the game. Takes it over the 10. Already up to the 20. Good start for the Broncos. Corey Pakes at dummy half over on the left edge of the field. Hands it off to Corey Jensen. Oh, sorry, that's Jack Kasevsky. Pakes again at dummy half. 20 seconds gone up towards the 30. And a reminder, the gap between the 30 and 40 isn't quite 10 metres, but I'll refer to them as the 30 and 40. Anyway, Pakes in centre field goes right to Adam Reynolds. Early kick behind the 40. 30 seconds gone. Straight to the hands of Joe Burgess. Collects it on the 20. Returns it. Smashes into Katoni Staggs. 4 defenders pushing back to the 20. Ricky Haas, and I think that was Karapani involved, or that would have been Dean Marinette involved in the tackle. Few extra metres there from Oliver Gildart. Takes him further up the field. Jez Litton on his right to Tom Davies. Taking it over the 30. Third tackle for Hull KR. Ooh, I stink apparently. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Hull KR just short of halfway. Fourth tackle. Chipped towards the back left from Jez Litton. Collected by Dean Marinette on the 20. And he's brought down by 4 defenders. Ooh, Corey Jensen is down for the Broncos. And we've got a scrap going. Hey! It's kicking off.
Oh, what about that?
Yeah, sorry, Thunder. I don't have the rights to show the game that companies that pay millions of dollars or pounds to show. I don't have that kind of money. But if you donate it, I'll pay for the rights. So the clock is stopped with 1 minute and 23 seconds gone. We've already had a bit of pushing and shoving. Hello, Walter. Welcome. Corey Jensen does not look in a good way at all. He's probably going off for a HIA, possibly. I'll start doing those injury markers too. Oh, it's next to Jensen. That's convenient. Just wait and see if he goes off soon. Yeah, Corey Jensen is heading off the field, unfortunately. We will listen to Toa on, actually. Not sure who's coming on. Looks like Willison. Hopefully he passes that. I really hope he does. Evening, Mr. Pepsi. Evening. Evening. Right, so it's actually a penalty for the Broncos. And they'll kick to touch in a second. How many we got in here? 165. Fantastic. Okay, right. Penalty for the Brisbane Broncos. They'll find touch. And they'll start a fresh set of 6 just shy of the halfway line. Can we get back to the game, please? Thank you. Broncos take it just inside Hull KR territory and the push back about 4 or 5 metres. Howdy, Liam. Howdy. I support Warrington Wolves. I've got no allegiance for this game, really. So Broncos shifting it down the left edge. Gusevski straightens up towards the middle, takes it just over the halfway line. Second tackle, now down the left edge. It's with Reece Walsh. Takes it over the 40, now towards the 30. Looking for a quick play of the ball. 2 minutes gone. Third tackle. Pakes. Finds a little bit of space just behind the ruck up towards the 20. Broncos inside the red zone now. Walsh goes right to Carrigan. Little show and go. Straightens up. He stopped a few metres shy of the 10. In centre field. Last tackle. Short side right. Reynolds chips the ball through. Across the ground. Katoni Staggs collects and is tackled 2 metres short of the line. This will be a turnover. But they will pin the Robins right in front of the try line. 2.5 minutes gone. Oof, Burgess using Artemog as a shield there on his first carry. Up towards the 10. Mikey Lewis hands it off to Oliver Gildart. He does have some NRL experience. Next carry from Tom Davies. He's going to play this about 15 out from the try line. So Broncos doing well to restrict the meters from KR early in this set. Next carry from Tom Amone. Is that his first carry for Hull KR? In a competitive game? 3 minutes gone. 4th tackle for the Robins. Artemog is hit pretty strongly there from Xavier Willison. And last tackle, Jez Litton out the back to Mikey Lewis on the left. He'll kick from just behind the 40. And it's collected on the full by Dean Mariner on the 10. Takes it up towards the 20. That's a strong run. Pumping his legs. That's a decent return there from Dean Mariner. Nearly 3.5 minutes gone. And stop showing the head coaches because we've missed something. What are you doing? I think the Broncos have just dropped it. Katoni Staggs with a knock on. 3.5 minutes gone. Yeah, he wasn't looking at the ball. He was just looking elsewhere. Lack of concentration from Katoni Staggs. They'll turn over the ball in good field position for Hull KR here. So they'll get their first proper attacking set. The scrum is about 25, 26 metres out, and that's 4 minutes gone. May feeds it into the scrum. Litton goes back to the left towards May. Then with Gildart, steps of his left foot, takes it up towards the 20. So it's only the first tackle here for the Robins. It's with May, shifting it towards the middle to Lewis, switches back to Elliot Minchella. And he's going to be stopped about 21, 22 metres out. In centre field, 4.5 minutes gone. Litton goes right to Amone, straightens up. He's going to be stopped just shy of the 10. Slightly right of centre field. Litton at dummy half. Launched it left to Minchella. Then across to May. Now to Mikey Lewis. Kicks the ball through. Chase there from Burgess. And it's pushed over the dead ball line by Dean Mariner. It's going to be a goal line dropout. A lot of NRL teams do like to go short. We've seen some of the Aussies that have come over as well. Jackson Hastings is one. Tom Weaver's another that have come over to Super League that they do like to go short from the dropout. So I imagine they'll have a go here. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Very kind indeed. So just over 5 minutes gone. Reece Walsh drills the dropout, collected on the full by Gildart. So he was trying to get it to bounce before it went out. So Jez Litton gives it to Dean Hadley. He missed last week against York. He picked up an injury in the warm-up, but it's good to see him back again. He is an absolute workhorse. He'll be huge for this game. Minchella in centre field. Right to May. Flat ball to Batchelor. Wrapped up on the 10. Brought down just right at the posts. 5.5 minutes gone. Jez Litton waiting at dummy half. Back towards the middle. Carries the ball himself. Not much happening there. In between the sticks now. Minchella waits at dummy half. 4th tackle. Left to May. Across to Mikey Lewis. Steps off his right foot. Doesn't really take him anywhere. He's going to play this 5 metres out. Over on the left edge of the field. Litton on the last tackle, right to May. Dinks the ball towards the sticks. He's wiped out. Tom Amone is there. Tom Amone has put the ball down. That is a try for Hull Kingston Rovers, baby. Right in front of the posts. Tom Amone gets the points. That'll be 6-0 very, very soon. And Corey Jensen is still off for now, so I'll put the injury marker next to him, but that may come off soon. But well in, Hull KR. Mistake from Katoni Stags initially. Bit of pressure on the first attacking set from Hull KR. They get a repeat set. Forcing a goal line dropout. Oof. He nearly drops the ball actually, but just kicks it before it hits the ground. That grounding from Amone looks good as well. That was nearly a knock-on from May. Very nearly a knock-on. That's nicely done. Well done, Tyrone May. Shorter in goal than NRL? Not really, no. Not really. All of our in-goal areas are pretty much like standard. It's just Old Trafford for the grand final. And the Hill Dickinson Stadium, round to the Ashes. Because they're football pitches. They're not quite as long as rugby pitches, so the in-goal area is just a little bit shorter. But Old Trafford's a death trap, honestly. 7.5 minutes gone. Oh yeah, and also for NRL fans, Super League has now adopted the same rule as the NRL in that they'll just give a try if they're confident, but the bunker/video ref will check it in the background and confirm the try. So we've started doing that now. So that's going to be the case for this game. Right, 7.5 minutes gone. That is now 6-0 for the Robins. It is, I think that was Arthur Morg with the conversion. I think this proves York are the best in the world so far. A great point, Rob. Great point. You nailed it. Right. Clock still ticking away. Nearly 8 minutes gone. Back underway. Brisbane kick to the Robins. Actually, yeah, there's a good point, Dave, because the Broncos, they were behind in a lot of games last year, but they made it work. The Raiders being one, the Panthers being another. Were they behind in the grand final too? They might have been, actually. I think they were. So 8 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Hull KR in possession on their own 20. Litton goes right to Peta Hiku. Also another player with plenty of NRL experience. Gets an offload back to Litton. Shifts down the left edge of the field. Shrugs off Xavier Willison. And he stopped on his own 40. Corey Pakes in the tackle too. 8.5 minutes gone. Mikey Lewis on the 4th. Gives it to Sue. He takes it over the halfway line. Have we seen the carry from Payne Haas yet? I don't know if we have. But Litton on the last. Goes left to Mikey Lewis. Kicks down the left edge. Dean Mariner underneath it. Collects it cleanly. Behind the 10. Oof. That's an awkward hit on Batchelor then. I think he sort of dove in head first. It's with Walsh. Gives it to Karapani. I don't know if kicking towards Mariner's side is the best idea. Because his return carries are good. I'd probably go to Karapani on the other side. To be honest. But, well, you just want to keep it away from Walsh at the very least. It's now with Karapani. Carries it up towards a 30. 9 minutes 15 gone. 4th tackle for the Broncos. Pakes. Right to Payne Haas. Straightens up. There he goes. Payne Haas with a strong carry. A few metres shy of halfway. Down the left edge now. Mam across to Shibasaki. Chips the ball over the top. Walsh with a chase. Collected just in time by Arthur Morg. The bounce was kind to him. 9.5 minutes gone. Plays it on his own 20. It's now with Tom Davies with the next carry for the Robins. Nearly hit around the neck there. He'll play it just short of his own 30. May goes left to Hiku. And up towards the 40. Yeah, Walsh nearly sneaking that ball away. Mikey Lewis takes the carry through centre field. Wrapped up by Xavier Willison. Good tackle there. 10 minutes gone. Left edge now with May. Flat ball to Hadley on his outside. Up towards the Broncos 30. Last tackle. Only 30 metres out. Litton goes right to Lewis. Under pressure from Carrigan. Gets the kick away. Mariner underneath it again. Oh, sorry, that's Walsh. Jumps, knocks the ball on, and then it's knocked on by Gildart. This will be first knock on from Broncos. KR ball, most likely. It's going to be Hull KR possession right in front of the try line. Nine of KR's players have NRL experience by that. Oh, yeah. Hiku, Gildart, Burgess was there, actually. May, Sue, I reckon, must have been over there, right? Amon must have been. Whitbread. Rich Martin must have been. And then Lawton. Yeah. I'm assuming we're thinking of the same people there, Jonathan. It was a great chase. Good stuff. Great first carry from Payne-Haas. I expect more of that in this game. I did say in my prediction... Oh, okay. Let me just forget about that for now. KR are 1 or 2 metres out from the try line here. In centre field, right to Suit, trying to crash over. He stopped a metre short, just in front of the right post. 11 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Second tackle for the Robins. Lytton goes left to May. It's a 6 again. Now with Mikey Lewis. Steps off his left foot. Wrapped up by Ricky. Drags him over the 10. 11 and a half minutes gone. Lytton goes right to Amon. First try scorer. 5 metres out. Just left of the post. Oh, sorry. In centre field. It's with May. Wanted to go out the back, but good jamming in defence there from the Broncos. Left edge defence. Morg. Flat ball to Lewis. Tries to crash through the line. Stop 4 metres out. Left of the post. Third tackle. Plays it for Lytton. Flat ball to Sue. Spins. Stop between the sticks. 1 or 2 metres away. Lytton at 9 again. Flat ball to Minchella. Oh, Minchella might be in. I think he's got that down. I think that's another one. It is another try for the Robins. They are going to go 12-0 up in a second here. Because this is right in front of the sticks. The Robins will make this 12-0. We'll see if the video ref has anything to say about it, but that looked fine to me. If there's any issue with that, it's maybe just short by like an inch, but I think that's completely fine, honestly. The Broncos can't even get out this end of the field. They can't get out their own end. Look at this young man giving it the big uns. Look at him. Look at him go. Don't do that to the Widnes fans. They'll cause a riot. So it came off... The initial try came off the back of a Katoni Staggs knock-on. And yeah, as you were saying, Alex. And then the second one came off the back of a Reece Walsh knock-on. 13 minutes gone. Clock still ticking away. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I think that's fine. There is a hand underneath it, but I'm pretty sure the ball is touching the ground. Yeah, now it looks fine. The hand underneath it is, like, gives it a slight question mark, but I'm pretty sure, like, the sides of the ball probably touch the grass. Not the bit that's just, like, underneath. Directly underneath. Artemore to add the extras. 13 and a half minutes gone. Not sure what the deal is with Corey Jensen. He's sat on the touchline, so I think he might be done for the day. It is now 12-0 to the Robins. The Broncos need a big set here. They need a big set. They need to keep the Robins pinned back off the back of Kickoff here. Well, the Robins lead 12-0. Look at that. I thought at the very least it would be a little bit back and forth. But, again, as someone mentioned earlier, David said that the Broncos do know how to make comebacks, so we will see. Back underway, collected just in goal. Off to Sue. He takes the first carry. He stopped 5 metres out from the try line. Mikey Lewis wants a high shot. He failed the HIA? Alright, well, that's fair enough then. I assumed as much. So, yeah, Corey Jensen is done for the day, unfortunately. That is a shame. So, just over 14 minutes gone. Joe Burgess is slow to get up. Next carry from Tom Amon. First try scorer up towards the 20. 69% possession for the Robins. Oh yeah, Joseph. Hull KR fans are very particular about being called Hull. It's Hull FC is called Hull, but Hull KR are either called Hull KR or the Robins, or KR. They're very particular about that, which I found out a couple of years ago. Some people were not happy. Out the back to Mikey Lewis. On the last tackle, kicks from behind the 40. Walsh underneath it, collects it cleanly on his own 20. Returns the ball through centre field. Spins, and he's stopped on his own 40. Now with Karapani. Good defensive line speed from the Robins. Possible high shot on Karapani, but the ref says continue. Short side right to Mariner up towards halfway. I don't know. Like, see, it's a weird one. It's a really weird one. Oh, sorry, I meant Jonathan. I don't know. Just inside KR territory, it is now with Carrigan, goes left to Mam. Now Walsh, bit of room to run. On his outside is Karapani, cuts back inside slightly. He's going to be stopped on the 10. Last tackle for Brisbane. This is the closest they've been to the try line here. 15 and a half minutes gone. Last tackle, it's with Mam. Kicks through, collected by Arthur Morg. And he's wrapped up by Adam Reynolds just before the 10. Oof, was that Joe Burgess then? Smashed to the ground. Oh, it's Tom Davies, sorry. Next carry from Petter Hiku up towards the 20. 16 minutes gone, third tackle for KR. May waits at dummy half in centre field. He goes right to Batchelor. Makes 5 or 6 metres there. Lisson goes left to Minchella. Out the back to Mikey Lewis. Then across to Hadley. Trying to get past Adam Reynolds. Slips off the tackler just about. Up towards the 40. Last tackle. Lewis with a box kick down the short side left. Just drilling it low. Picked up by Reece Walsh. 15 out from his own try line. Takes it over the 20. Smashes into Mikey Lewis, who bumps him off. 16 and a half minutes gone. Brisbane in possession. Just short of the 30. Next carry from Guillermo Shibasaki over the 30 now. Takes a dummy half, goes right to Willison. Look for an offload, gets one back to Pakes. He's now over the halfway line, switches back to Carrigan. Good meters here from the Broncos up towards the KR 40. 2 tackles left in this set. 17 minutes gone. Left edge to Ezra Mam. Engages the line, shrugs off one defender. Up towards the 20. Good tackle there from Hiku. Last tackle for the Broncos. Pakes goes right to Adam Reynolds. Chips the ball towards the post. Decent chase here. And Burgess carries it over the dead ball line. So this will be a goal line dropout for the Robins. Good stuff there from the Broncos. Starting to build a bit of pressure. Get some territory. Good stuff. Plenty of KR defenders reading that one. Definitely a surprise score. Was not expecting this. So, what will Mikey Lewis do from the dropout here? 10 seconds to go on the dropout counter. Alright, Mikey Lewis will go long from this dropout. Plenty of distance on that one. It's collected over the halfway line. It's dropped backwards by Willison, collected on his own 30. So the Broncos will actually start this set on the halfway line. That's a great dropout from Mikey Lewis. 18 minutes gone. First tackle of the set for the Broncos. Left to Haas. Strong carry over the 40. God, what an absolute tank he is. Pakes in centre field. Goes left to Mam. Engages the line. Flat ball to Shibasaki. He's going to play this about 15, 16 metres out. Over on the left edge of the field. Third tackle. Now with Mam. Launches it right to Carrigan in centre field. Cuts back towards the left. Wrapped up by May. Good tackle. 15 out. Pakes goes left to Mam. Ball across to Karapani. Cuts back inside. He's 5 metres out. Still going. Cuts back towards the short side left again. He's wrapped up 2 metres out from the try line over on the left edge. Last tackle for the Broncos. Pakes is going to dive at himself. And he's stopped inches short the line. Good defence from the Robins. Good defence. Very close to the line. Very, very close. Nice idea from Pakes. We're just got to keep him pinned back now. Tom Davies with the first carry for the Robins. He's going to play this 5 out from his own try line. 19 minutes gone. May goes left to Reece Martin. And he takes him up towards the 20, actually. That's a good carry from Reece Martin. Plays it for May in centre field. Is right to Morg. Engages the line up towards the 30. Good meters here from the Robins to get out of trouble. Actually, I've not seen Jez Litton. Has he gone off? Has Litton gone off? Oh, no, he's there. Well done, me. It's with Hadley through the middle. Goes left to Lewis. Then across to Martin. Spins. Good meters again from Martin. So they played this ball a metre in front of their own try line, and they'll kick from just inside Broncos territory. So that's a great attacking set there from the Broncos, the Robins. Walsh is brought down inside his own 10. Gets a quick play of the ball, and it's a knock on there from Staggs. Katoni Staggs is knocked on again inside the 10 and will gift territory to the Robins. This could be 18-0 very soon. Great chase there on Walsh. Damn. Katoni Staggs with 2 drops there. Walsh with 1. .20.5 minutes gone. We're done with the first quarter of this game. Scrum for KR, 10 metres out. Lytton goes right to Lewis. Flat ball to Hiku. I thought he was going to go out the back there. They're about 8 metres out, right at the posts. Lewis. Left to Whitbread, but it misses him. It's collected by Minchella. So there's a skewed pass there. Whitbread is now on the field. So in centre field with Lytton. Goes left to Hadley. Straightens up. Pumping his legs, good carry. Stopped 2 or 3 metres out from the line. Lytton, short side left to Martin. Still 2 or 3 metres out, left of the post. Third tackle, Lytton. Launched it right to Mikey Lewis in centre field. Out the back to May. Then out the back to Morgan. Engages the line, tries to cut back inside. Can't quite shrug off Shibasaki. He is a great defender, by the way, Shibasaki. Hiku on the last. Back towards the middle with May. Kicks cross field. This will come down on the 10. Martin. Knocks it backwards. Lytton kicks the ball through. Chase from Burgess. Burgess puts the ball down. Oh my God. It is going to be 16-0 for the Robins. Mate, what is going on here? What is happening? This is 16-0 with a kick to come. I understand that the Broncos are making mistakes, but defensively I thought they'd be at least a little bit stronger, but KR are finding it very easy to get through right now. Wow. Oh my God. Great knockback from Martin. Great kick through from Lytton. Burgess is quick. A lot of people, I think, forget about that, but Burgess is very quick. Thinking who's on the field. I think Burgess might be... Burgess might be the second fastest player on this field behind Walsh. Over 100 metres though, I think it'd be close. Burgess is quick. Broncos just dropping the ball, just errors, that's it. Oh yeah, Jack Pepsi. I did think that as well. I don't know whether Staggs actually touched it with his hand, but he could have challenged it. He could have done, and he didn't. So maybe he did. 23 minutes gone. Reece Martin now to add the extras. Typically reliable. But well done, Hull KR. Good start. The kick from Reece Martin is beautiful, and that is going to be 18-0 for Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, pretty obvious statement, but it has taken Hull Kingston Rovers 23 minutes to equalise the points that they put up against York Knights last week. So yes, maybe York Knights are the best team in the world, actually. Back underway, 23.5 minutes gone. He's collected near the touchline by Joe Burgess. He takes the carry himself. He'll play this 15 out from his own try line near the left touchline. Lewis hands it off to Gildart, taking it over the 20, making 10 metres on that carry. There was a very short period of time where the Broncos actually applied a bit of pressure on the Robins, but they turned over the ball a metre in front of the try line. And by the end of the next set, the Robins were kicking from inside Broncos territory. So Brisbane need to turn it up now. They need to turn it up. 24 minutes gone. Fourth tackle for KR. Hadley with a carry over halfway up towards the 40. Lytton on the last tackle. Goes short side left to Mikey Lewis. Kicks from 45 metres out. Plenty of height on this one. Walsh underneath it. Collects cleanly. Drops down. And Gildart will get on top of him. Going to be a fun second half. Broncos last season done the same thing in our finals run. Yeah, that's the thing, is you can't... I can't rule out the Broncos yet because of how many times they came back last year, and looking at the quality of teams, again, the Raiders, Panthers, and Storm, I can't say it's done yet. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. They only turn up in the second half, though, as you said. Pakes with a carry up towards the 30. 25 minutes gone. Last tackle for the Broncos. Walsh. A kick from dummy half. He's got a really long kick. 40-20. No, Davies is there. Davies is there. Strong run here. Oof. Smashed into by Ezra Mam. And they have possession on the 30 with Petehiku. Spins. 3 defenders in the tackle, bringing him down. So Orblic's Tower is now on as well, I think. May goes left to Lewis on the second tackle. Switches back to Burgess. He takes it over the 40. Good carry there from Burgess. Now in centre field with Minchella. Up towards halfway. Gets an offload to May. Switches back to Morg. Room for Morg here. Slips through. Supporting his right. Gives it to Batchelor. He's being chased by Guillemot Shibasaki. Flicks it inside. Flicked on by Mam. Collected by Litton. He's brought down 10 metres out. It's a fresh set of 6, 10 out for the Robins. Arthur Morg at dummy half in centre field. Goes left to May. Bit of space here, actually. Martin, quick hands to Gildart. Stopped 9 metres out. 26 minutes gone. Martin back towards the middle now with Mikey Lewis. Then to Whitbread. Hits the wall. Brought down 4 or 5 metres out left of the posts. 6 again for the Robins. Litton goes right to Lewis in centre field. Switches back to Minchella. He's going to play this 1 or 2 metres short of the line, just left of the posts. Litton at dummy half. Fresh set of 6 for the Robins. Right to May, then to Morg. Switches back to Hiku. Bit of room there. Good leverage. Plays it 3 metres out right at the post. Morg at dummy half. 26 and a half gone. Morg goes himself. He stopped a metre away from the try line. Plays it for Litton. Launches it left to main centre field. Then across to Mikey Lewis. Flat ball across to Gildart. Loses possession. Mistake there from the Robins. The Broncos really needed that. But it's not a bad place to turn the ball over on the 10. That's not bad. So they're able to put on a few more attacking plays. Great run there from Arthur Morg. If it was like anyone but Batchelor in support, that could have been a try. Anyone but Batchelor. It's crazy to think as well, when the Robins had Niall Evalds last year, they were already a good side. And I think we all knew that Arthur Morg was at least a good player. We didn't know if he was a great player, but for the Catalans, he was always at the very least, a good player. But he just elevated KR to another level. So I think Arthur Morg is a massive signing for KR last year. So nearly 28 minutes gone. Mam hands the ball off to Shibasaki. He's stopped on the 20. Next carry from Gusevski. 28 minutes now gone. Third tackle for the Broncos. I thought they'd be a bit more expansive as well, the Broncos. Haas with a strong carry up towards the 40. Pakes in centre field goes right to Carrigan. Down the right edge of the field. It's now with Ricky. A bit of a break there for Jordan. Ricky needs support. Has it from Reece Walsh. Bit of room to run. Launched it over the top. That's probably forwards, to be honest. The ref says play on. It's with Mariner. Stopped on the 10. Last tackle for the Broncos. Plays it for Stags. Left to Reynolds. Then to Walsh now in centre field. Chips the ball towards the back left. Karapani against Davies. Collects it. Chucks it back inside. Shibasaki collects. Puts the ball down. That is a beautiful little try there from the Broncos. That is nicely done. Liam Moore will give that. That is probably worth a check in the background, but that's a try for the Broncos. The score is now 18-4 with a kick to come. This will be a tough kick because it's right near the touchline. Let's have a look at this again because that was nicely done. It probably was a forward pass initially on the play before. Let's see. Shifting it across with Reynolds then to Walsh. Kicks from centre field. Tackled in the air at the very least. Thrown back inside. Collected by Shibasaki and put down. That is really nicely done from the Broncos there. They needed that. See, that's what they are capable of. That was really well done from Karapani, actually. Check that grounding. I just missed that grounding. I want to check that again. At the very least, it's a penalty for the Broncos if this is not a try. Okay, I think it's been given. I think the grounding looked a little bit dodgy for a second then. Did it go backwards? I'm pretty sure it went backwards. It did bounce forwards, but it went backwards initially. And there we go. Shibasaki with the first try for the Broncos. That's 30 minutes gone. Much needed points for Brisbane. Adam Reynolds with the conversion right next to the touchline. Okay. Can he make it 18-6? Huge points here because they don't want to have to keep playing catch up. Tough one for Reynolds. But one of the best sevens in the game. The kick is... It's wide and it's swinging and it's not swinging enough. 18-4, it will stay. So that means the Broncos need to score another 3. Oh, we've got a ref cam. Look at that. Oh, no, that's a ref cam. What am I on about? It's just the... I thought that was the touch judge then with like a camera or something. But no, it's just a normal camera. Idiot. Right. Back underway. KR kick to the Broncos. Collected by Karapani. He's going to take the carry himself actually over the 10. Back towards centre field. Got 274 people here. Welcome. Subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. And follow me on TikTok as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Pakes in centre field. Goes right to Reynolds. Switches back to Jordan Ricky. Approaching 31 minutes. Third tackle for the Broncos. And it's a penalty for the Broncos. They can get out of trouble now. Apply a bit more pressure on KR's try line in a bit. Batchelor giving away the penalty. Reynolds will kick to touch. And the Broncos will start a fresh set of 6. 35 metres from the try line. They'll tap and hand the ball off to Ricky. 4 defenders in the tackle there. Plays it just short of the red zone. Over on the right edge, back towards the middle with Walsh. Switches back to Haas. Wrapped up on the 20, just over it. 31.5 minutes gone. In centre field, Pakes. Goes left to Reynolds. Switches back to Gasiewski. Up towards the 10. 31 minutes and 40 seconds gone. Pakes in centre field, waiting at dummy half. Right to Carrigan. Switches back to Haas. Straightens up. He's dangerous from this range. Gets an offload for Pakes. Engages the line himself. He's stopped 2 metres short, just left of the posts. 2 tackles to go. 32 minutes gone. Mam looks short side left. Has a go himself, though. Spins. Mam, oh, it's just held up. He might have lost it as well, actually. That is good stuff on the line there from the Robins. Yeah, that's a fair look there from Liam Moore, just checking whether he knocked on. He might have actually dropped the ball. Or lost possession in the process. Yeah, if he lost possession, then it's KR's ball. Let's have a look. It did look like he lost possession to me. So have a gander. So he's still got hands on it. Yeah, that ball comes out. You don't need another angle. The ball comes out. NRL fans that are watching this are like, mate, we've seen what's happened. Just give it. This is what we deal with every week, by the way. Right, I've checked all available angles. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point, actually. That's a very good point. It is a ball steal. Excuse me. But you could already tell that from the first angle anyway. No try, but penalty for Brisbane right in front of the try line. Or 10 metres out. Oh, Arthur Morgan's holding his shoulder. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thought you was allowed if it was for line defence. I've never heard about that, to be honest. Stags try next. Maybe. He is a bit of a wrecking ball from this kind of range. So first carry from Tower. Takes it up towards the try line. Jesus, he's going to play this an inch in front of the line. In front of the left post as well. Pakes, launches it right to Reynolds. Wants to go over the top. It hits a KR player, I think, but then a knock-on from Mariner. Absolute mess there from the Broncos. Absolute mess. 32.5 minutes gone. I do want the Broncos to keep scoring from this point just to make the game a bit more interesting. I mean, it's already a good game. Like, I'm enjoying the game. I just want it to be a close one. Drop goal to win it maybe at the end. Oh, and for NRL fans watching too, we don't do the 2-point dropout over 40 metres. So at least I don't think we're doing it for this. So just keep that in mind. 33 minutes gone. I assume we're not doing the 2-point drop goal. I assume. But don't quote me. So carry here from Petahiku. Takes KR over their own 20. So Artemorg has gone off. I will put a injury marker next to him. Hopefully he's okay and can come back on later. But that's going to be a penalty for the Robins on their own 30, so they can march up the field a bit now. Mikey Lewis has gone to fullback. He played there for England in the third Ashes game. After, I think it was Brimson that went off. So Mikey Lewis to fullback. Lytton in the halves. Nearly 34 minutes gone. Tafa. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you for the education, sir. Tafa. Am I saying that right? Tafa. Lawton is at dummy half. Goes left to Hadley. Straightens up. Strong carry over the 20. Inside the red zone. 3 tackles to go as well, and they set 15 out. Lawton goes right to Whitbread, then to May, across to Lewis. Over on the right edge, again playing at fullback now. Thank you, sir. 10 metres out, he's laughing in the face of Payne Haas. He wants a bit more. Payne Haas is not the guy that you want to start winding up, Mikey. He's not the guy you want to start winding up. Lawton on the last tackle goes left to May. Then across to Lytton. Kicks the ball through. Could be a bit of a mess, but it's collected cleanly by Walsh. Dropped onto by Burgess. He'll play this a few metres out from his own line. Staggs goes left to Mariner. Broncos have a long way to go here. I think they'll be happy just seeing out the half, not conceding again, but Staggs with the carry over the 10. Next carry from Tafa. Plays for Pakes. Now in centre field with Walsh. 20-40 attempt here, maybe. Oh, he's nailed that. That's a 20-40. That's a 20-40. No, that was not just short. Come on. Come on. Challenge that. That is fine. That was fine, that. It's going to be KR's ball. Yeah, I heard his name was changed to Hakeem, but on the graphic before they still called him Payne Haas, so I don't know. 36 minutes on the clock, just less than 4 minutes to go. Whitbread with a carry for the Robins. Stopped just short of the 30. It is left to Lytton. Switches back to Gildart. Engages the line. Good steps there. Haas just wraps him up on the 20. 2 tackles left. Lawton at dummy half left to centre field. Goes right to May. Out the back to Lewis. Switches back to Hiku. Engages the line. Cuts back towards the left. Falls on the floor, rolls, gets back up, and then is tackled. Gets an offload. I think the offload was just before the held call. But he plays it on the last. 15 out between the sticks. Lawton goes left to May, then to Lytton. Engages the line, shrugs off one. Look for an offload, but is tackled 8 metres out. So the Broncos will have possession with 3 minutes to go inside their own 10. Your friend's grandson's playing for Hull KR tonight? Oh, very nice. Do you know who? It's with Mariner. Up towards the 10. Oh, it's Guild out. All right, fair enough. 2 minutes 45 to go in the first half. It is with Karapani. Makes about a metre in total there. Good defensive line speed from KR. Pakes. Down the left edge with Shibasaki. Up towards the 20. Want to see who attempted the 40-20. It was Walsh with a 20-40 attempt, actually. Walsh in possession. Room to run for Walsh. There we go. Nailed it first time. Support. Left and right. Doesn't need it for the fullback. Kicks the ball through. And there's too much on the kick through. Goes over the dead ball line. What an opportunity that was for the Broncos. What an opportunity that was. 2 minutes to go. His acceleration is insane. Well, that'll be a 7-tackle set, 20-metre tap. Yeah, it's on BBC Three as well. I don't think that was quite obstruction. Not quite. We've got 1 minute 40 seconds to go in the first half. First tackle for the Robins are already up to the 40 off the back of the 20-metre tap. It's with Reece Martin down the left edge of the field. 1.5 minutes to go. Back towards the middle now with Hadley. Across to May. Then Lewis. Good hands here. Oh, now it's Lewis. Good hands. And it's a knock-on from Hiku. And then a second knock-on from Mam. So the Broncos will get possession with 1 minute to go from halfway. So this is the Broncos' last chance of the half here. The clock is still ticking away. There is 1 minute to go as of this point. 313 people. Howdy. I think I had like 900 people for State of Origin. Game 2, actually. It's ridiculous. It was insane. I would actually imagine there's a lot of people from Papua New Guinea here. There normally is. But if you're from Australia, that'd be great. I would like more Aussies to watch the channel. So if you're from Australia, welcome. Broncos in possession with 30 seconds to go. Over on the right edge. Walsh plays it for Katoni Staggs. Then to Reynolds. Now with Tafa. Down the short side right with Walsh. Pops the ball up to Ricky. Cuts back inside. Good little ball there. Offloads it back to Pakes. Spins. He is stopped. Inches short the try line. Inches short. 3 seconds to go. Plays the ball. Staggs launches it left to Reynolds. Hooter sounds. Chips towards the back left. Carapani's there. Davies pushes it over the touchline. And that will be half time. Well done, Hull KR. Well done. Really good half. A lot of early points. Broncos starting to find a bit of momentum towards the, in the second quarter of the game. We got Z-Man from Aussie. G'day, mate. Magnificent from New Zealand. Chur, bro. Chur. Excuse me. John from Australia as well. You're from Australia. It costs $45 a month for KO for us to watch this. Oh, dear. You're from Castleford. Is that any posh for you? That's... Do you know what? Yeah. Castleford, as we all know, is the posh part of Yorkshire. As we all know. Come on, Cass. Rub it in. Was a good half. Solid first half, Hull. Definitely. Sorry, Hull KR. I've got to just correct him there. But yeah. 18-4 at half time. Really good start. Couple of mistakes from the Broncos early on. Gifted territory to the Robins. But they did well offensively to find the points. Really good plays off the cuff or in structure as well. And then the Broncos in the second quarter actually started moving the ball around a bit more. And started finding some success. So that's the thing with the Broncos in the second half. You've got to go at the Robins. Like, this is what I said that York should really do against Hull KR last week. Is that if you want to beat KR, if you go through a battle through the middle, that's what they want. They've got big forwards that will happily get into the grind. Like, they'll do it all day. If you want to go through the middle, they'll have that. Doesn't matter if you are the Broncos or any other NRL team with a big pack. You can't just go through the middle against Hull KR. You can't do it. So you've got to spread the ball. That's what Leeds did when they beat them last year. That's what Leigh did when they beat them last year. And Wakefield when they beat them last year. You've got to go from edge to edge. You've got to shift those middles. Offload as much as possible. Get them knackered on the second phase. You've got to go edge to edge. You've got to. And we've seen that when they have actually spread the ball, they can find a bit of success. So, second half, they've got to move it around. Because as much as you've got Haas, Ricky's a strong ball carrier, Willison, Talty, Tafa, they're strong ball carriers, but you're not going to bully KR through the middle. You're just not going to do it. Sad no Blake Taft for the year. Guess he'll win Man of Steel next year, maybe. That is really unfortunate, because I thought... Because like Blake Taft went to Cass, as did Semi Valame, Tom Weaver as well. Mapa Palangi signed for them recently as well. They signed Zach Sini last year. Like, they've got a core group of players in the back. Oh, Dejan Assi as well. They signed Assi last year. They've got a core group of young players from the NRL that have at least an ounce of NRL experience that they could take to Super League, but they're not regulars in the NRL. So I thought it was like a perfect mix for Cass. Young players with a bit of NRL experience, which, as we know, is a faster league. I thought that would elevate Cass. So it's just a shame they've lost out on Blake Taft, because Tex Hoy left as well. But Fletcher Rooney has a chance to step up now. You're from Oz too. Can't believe how bad Stag's been playing. I think it's just the two knock-ons. Take that out of the game. He's been fine. But yeah, the knock-ons, they happened, and he needs to clean those up. Harty, watching from Australia. Love your work, mate. Thank you, Paul. Very kind of you to say. From Australia, you're doing a magnificent job. Better than some of the commentary we have here. Appreciate the non-biased vibe. Just enjoying the footy for both sides. Appreciate the work you put in. Thank you very much, sir. It's greatly appreciated. I try and be as non-biased as possible, because it's like, I don't want to upset any fan base. I'm not that kind of person, so I'm not one of your rage bait content creators out there. At least I don't think I am anyway. Warrington would beat both these teams. What? Who said that? Stags needs to step up. Stags is playing horribly. Couple fingers pointed at Stags at the moment. Do you have injury updates? Yeah, so as far as I know, the things that look like England flags, they're just kind of medic markers. So the red crosses that you see on the left-hand side of the screen means a player's injured. So it's just Morg and Jensen. I don't know what Morg's situation is right now. Jensen is failed his HIAC, he's done for the day. Morg, I'm not sure if he'll end up coming back on later. But as of right now, as far as I know, they're the only injuries at the moment. Mikey Lewis keeps on pushing Brisbane players when they mess up. Well, that's what Mikey Lewis does. Fun fact, you're actually good friends with Blake Taft. He's not happy? Well, I'd imagine. Ask him if he wants to do an interview. Like I say, you don't have to. Haas landed a hit on Mikey, just laughed at him. Yeah. I didn't actually see what happened with that. Yeah, I feel weird calling him Hakeem because, well, I'm so used to calling him Payne Haas, really. Okay. I'll do a poll, actually. I normally do a halftime poll as well. Oh, yeah, other streams for this weekend. I'll go through in a second, the other streams. And for any Aussies, NRL fans here, I do stream a lot of NRL games too. And I'll go through the games I'll probably stream for round one. I'll be doing both Vegas games, by the way. Or all three Vegas games, I'll definitely be doing those. But I imagine most of you will be able to actually watch those games. KR lead 18-4 at half-time. Right, I'm going to put up another poll and see what people think is going to happen in the second half. Okay. What would you interview him about? I can ask if you like. Well, thank you, Zane. I just speak to him about experiences at the NRL, the difference is probably between I'm not sure if he was in the Queensland Cup or New South Wales Cup, but the reserve grade in the NRL, the experience he's had, coaches, players he's played with, the shift over to England, how that's been so far, injuries, what's, keeping him occupied, all that good stuff, thoughts for the future, that kind of thing. A little bit of everything, really. Brisbane can come back if they just stop the stupid mistakes. Yeah, that's very true. Thanks for the stream, mate. I hate the Broncos, but hoping the Aussie team wins. You're welcome, Scapegoat. Thank you very much. Do you think the ref's been alright? I think the ref's been fine. The thing is with me, I will acknowledge that when it comes to 6 agains or penalties, I can never notice what they're giving it for. I never notice. Like, you tell me that someone's been holding on for too long. I've got no idea. All the rucks look about the same. I can tell when it's a quick ruck, but I can tell when it's a quick ruck or a very slow ruck. But all of them look about the same to me. Ruck interference, for me, always also looks about the same. So, I don't know what they're spotting. But as far as I can tell, I think Liam Moore's been fine. Well, thank you very much, Zane. Very kind of you. Here in Auckland, never realised how many Poms dislike Hull. Well, there's 2 Hull-based teams. And a lot of Super League fans just don't like Mikey Lewis because of how he acts. But there will be a lot of Super League fans that want KR to win. I'm fine with KR winning. Just because I think there's a lot of... I will say I think there's a lot of Aussies that are quite precious about the NRL being better than Super League. We know the NRL's better than Super League, but there's a lot that are very precious about it. So I just want us to give a good account of ourselves, really. That's all I want. That's what I wanted with England. Like, I knew we might not win, but as long as we sort of showed up and the Aussies knew that we weren't just pushovers, which we kind of were a little bit for a lot of that. But, I'll take just a good performance from English sides at the very minimum. Doesn't need to be wins. Yeah, Australia's definitely the fastest sport. Definitely. Watching from Antarctica. Wrap up, Roscoe. When the second half starts, about 10 minutes. I can't show the game due to copyright reasons. I don't have the rights. The rights to show it, unfortunately. By the looks of the last few years right now, the NRL looks worse. Well, it's only the World Club Challenge, though, that the NRL's sort of not been... I was about to say not been able to compete there. That's completely wrong for me to say. Because both games have been close. Saints won it by a point. Wigan won it by 2 points. And even if you take away the Wardle try that a lot of people said was not a try, then they would have lost that by 2 points. So... that's the thing. I don't think the gap is that big. I don't think it's a huge gap. But... NRL teams are normally better. Greedy hello from Japan. Hello. I'm worldwide. I'm global. You go in the Warrington vs Wakey match. Going to be scouting for you? Well, best of luck, Jay. Best of luck. I shall be there. I believe I'll be there. Oh, wait. Oh. If it's the 28th, Jay, I won't be going because I'm out on the 28th. I think I'm missing that. And I'm missing Warrington at home against Wigan later in the year, which is unfortunate. Does the fact that the Australian team didn't have any games prior each year put them at a disadvantage? That's a good point. The Panthers... Did the Panthers have a preseason game last year? So I know this year the Broncos have played no games. Hull KR's played at least one preseason game. At least one, possibly 2. They played a Challenge Cup game, but I don't know how many first team players they had. And they've played one Super League game. So KR are more likely to be match fit. I do know when Saints beat the Panthers in 2023, Saints went over to Australia and played a preseason game against the Dragons, to which the Dragons nearly had a full team at the time. Saints beat the Dragons in pre-season. The Panthers also played the Eels in preseason and beat the Eels, and then Saints played the Panthers. So they both had the same number of games. Saints hadn't played any other preseason games prior to the Panthers in 23. So they'd both played the same number. Wigan played, I think, at least one more game, maybe two before the Panthers, and Chaos played two, maybe three before this one. What do you think of Mikey Lewis? Don't try and play a nice guy. I think Mikey Lewis is a fantastic player. I think the theatrics and the shithousery doesn't need to be part of his game. I don't think he needs to do it. I don't think anyone needs to do it. He is a great player, but he's also very annoying. Not just when he's against Warrington, just anyone, because he doesn't need to be like that. Same with Walsh. I don't think Walsh is nearly as bad as what Mikey Lewis is like. The thing is with Lewis and with Walsh, they can, like, any attitude they've got, they can just back up because they're so good. It's true, even our most dominant team in the last century in the Panthers couldn't beat England's best team. I think the gap's very close. The top of Super League can really do a solid job against any NRL side. But once you get towards the bottom end of Super League, that's when the batterings start happening. That's a good point, Alex. I'd agree with that. Broncos lost a few players since their grand final, didn't they? Don't know, I'm not a Broncos supporter. I would say, okay. Well, on the wing, they could have Karapani or Grant Anderson or Jesse Arthurs. So the only one that I think the Broncos are missing there is Brendan Piakora. That's it. I think Brendan Piakora is the only player that's missing for the Broncos and that team. If there's any Broncos fans, do correct me if I'm wrong, but it pretty much looks like a full team minus Piakora. It looks about right. Don't forget, it's our first home game on Sunday. Which team? Okay. Oh yeah, streaming. I was just going to let you know about streaming. So tomorrow, I'll start with Super League games first, and then I'll go to NRL games. So I'll be streaming St. Helens versus Lee Leopards at 7:45 p.m. tomorrow. That's GMT. And then Saturday I'll be streaming at 7:45 p.m. Wigan Warriors versus Hull FC, GMT. And then Sunday 2:45 p.m. GMT, Huddersfield versus Wakefield. And then for the NRL, let's have a gander at the games and times. Okay, Telstra Premiership round 1. Okay, so Knights versus Cowboys. That's 2:15 a.m. for me. I'll be doing that. I'll be up. Followed by Bulldogs versus Dragons. That's at 4:30 a.m. I'll be up. But I think it's Leeds versus KR before that. I'll be up. Okay, Thursday the 5th. I might do Melbourne versus Parramatta. I might. Friday is Warriors versus Roosters, 7 a.m. for me. Do I want to get up for that one? Do you know what? I probably could do all games for round 1 for the NRL. It's early starts, but I could probably do it. Plus, I've backed the Warriors to possibly do something special this year, so I kind of want to watch that. And the Roosters. Warriors and Roosters are two teams that I think could win it all this year. So I actually want to watch that. Broncos, Panthers. Is that the 3 times in a row they've opened the NRL season? Might be. Do you know what? I think I'll do every NRL game. Knights vs Cowboys, Bulldogs Dragons, Storm Eels, Warriors Roosters, Broncos Panthers, Sharks Titans, Seagulls Raiders, Dolphins Rabbitohs. Tigers on a bye. I think I'll do that. So our full strength team, but we've had yes, Hetherington and Smoothie leave. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, Smoothie now at Wakefield Trinity. Broncos never playing 3 degrees, more like 30. Well, there is a huge weather difference between England and Australia, in case people didn't know. It's always boiling here. It's freezing in Australia. Sure, Ben Hunt 14 will bring something off dummy half to trouble the whole defence like he did against the Panthers in the prelim final. Probably, yeah. We've not even seen him yet. That's a good point. That is a good point. Melbourne's going to struggle this year with Paps and Katoa gone. Maybe. I am less confident in Melbourne than I was last year. I'm not too thrilled about Melbourne's forward pack. Like, they're one of those that loves the grind. They'll get stuck in, but I'm not sold on the pack. Plus, with the change of Farlongo instead of Pappenhausen, that's going to be possibly a bit of a learning curve there, but you never know. He might be able to get up to speed real quick. KO almost $6 on Sportsbet to win. Damn. Brisbane play like this in the NRL to get battered? Maybe. Broncos came back and won these games from behind. Yeah, I'm still expecting the Broncos to like have a say in this game, because they came back from some huge games last year. God, that Raiders game, I really wanted the Raiders to win it all. Like, I had a real soft spot for the Raiders last year because I like the team they've got. I like Strange, I like Weeks. I'm a huge fan of Fogarty as well. I think the Seagulls have got a major signing there. I think I said in my season preview, you might say that DC's a better 7 than Fogarty, but I think Fogarty's a better 7 for the Seagulls. I think he suits them better than DCE. Which might be a rogue thing to say, but I kind of believe it. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it. It's really weird. Broncos have only used one legit interchange, and it was bringing Jensen's replacement. Yeah, true. DC and Roosters, though, that is going to be insane. Because DC is going to be a huge asset for the Roosters and unlock Sam Walker. Walker could have a hell of a year this year. I think if Chaos score next, Broncos will win. If Broncos score next, they'll also win. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for that. Expert analysis from Alex Scott, 7274. Right, players coming out. I'll end this poll. 69% say the Broncos will still win from this point. Be back underway any second. We've got 246 people in here. Howdy, folks. So yeah, if you are from Australia, New Zealand, it would be very nice if people stuck around more from those areas this year. That would be great. I get a lot of people from PNG, which is great. They're always very nice to me. And from Samoa as well, actually, and Tonga. We're back underway. Second half begins. Broncos kick to the Robins. Burgess collects it. Hands it off to Sue for the first carry of the second half. Here we go. Next carry from Joe Burgess up towards the 20 for KR. Carl Lawton waiting at dummy half. Next carry from Whitbread down the right edge of the field. 30 seconds gone. Third tackle for the Robins. Lawton left to Hadley. Fakes the switch back. Takes the carry himself just over the 40. Looking for a quick play the ball here. Lawton goes left to Martin. Cuts back towards the middle. Ricky gets a hold of him. And it's a penalty for the Robins. Less than a minute gone. First set. It's a penalty. Mikey Lewis will kick to touch. So for others that can't see the game, Morga's gone off. I don't think he's come back on. He's off. So it's Mikey Lewis to fullback, Litton to 6. And then Lawton to 9. So KR in possession with a fresh set of 6, only 20 metres out. Whitbread plays it for Lawton. Left to Sue. Engages the line. Pants have been taken down, but he gets an offload. And it's with Hadley. He's going to play this about 6 metres out. In centre field. 1 minute 30 gone in the second half. Lawton goes right to May. Then across to Litton. Switches back to Hiku. Cuts back towards the middle. Pushes a few defenders back. He'll play this between the sticks about 4 or 5 metres out. It is Lawton having a go. Oh, he stopped inches short of the try line. May waiting at dummy half left of the post. Fourth tackle. Right to Whitbread, then to Litton. Engaged with the line. Litton nearly through. High shot at least from Carrigan. And it's a penalty for Hull KR. They don't need to go for 2 here. They could do, but they might as well just tap and go. Good effort there from Jez Litton. Really good effort. Little show and go. Makes Ezra Mann bite there. Bit of room to run. Carrigan at least gets a hold on him. I'm okay with that not being a yellow. I'm okay with that. So it's Sue with the first carry of this set. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. The Robins only 4 metres out. Lawton, left to Whitbread. Straightens up with a strong carry. He'll play this in front of the left post, a metre or 2 out. Quick play of the balls. Left to May. Ooh, flat ball there to Mikey Lewis, close to the line. Oh, he stopped a metre or 2 short again. 3 minutes gone. I thought that was going to be a ball over the top from May. Plays for Martin. Back towards the middle now with Jez Litton. Then to Whitbread. He'll be wrapped up and pushed back by a few defenders over the 10. 3 minutes gone. Lawton in centre field. Right to May. Back on his left to Sue. Nearly through. 3 metres out. Last tackle for the Robins. Lawton. Right the post goes left to May in centre field. Back towards the right-hand side. Looking right. Kicks the ball through. Chase from Davies. And just over the dead ball line. Karapani waits long enough. Decent kick there from May. Davies with the pressure, but Karapani sprints towards the 20. Taps. And we'll take the first carry of the half for the Broncos. This is their first carry of the half. Shibasaki with the carry up towards the 40. Reynolds waiting at dummy half. Short side left to Gusevski. Just short of halfway. 4 minutes gone in the second half. In centre field now with Patrick Carrigan. Over halfway. 3 middles in the tackle bringing him down. But they're inside KR territory. Ben Hunt is on the field as well. He goes right to Tafa. Up towards a 30. 2 tackles left in this set. Could be a great chance here for the Broncos to get some points early on in this half. Reynolds switches back to Haas. Look for an offload maybe. Doesn't get one. It's the last tackle of the set. They're about 23 metres out in centre field. Ben Hunt. Fakes left, goes right to Reynolds. Engage the line. Dinks the ball through. Low to the ground. Collected by Burgess. Bobbles it slightly. Nearly wrapped up by Tafa. And he's stopped 2 metres out from his own try line. Great chance for the Broncos to pin back the Robins now. Gildart with the first carry. Makes about a metre or 2. Next carry from Davies. Spins, brought down on his own 10. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Plays for Lewis. He goes left to Hiku. Up towards the 20. Good carry there from Peta Hiku. Plays it for Litton in centre field. Carries the ball himself over the 30. Good metres there at the back end of this set. They really needed that. They really, really needed that. But May at dummy half goes left to Mikey Lewis. Kicks from his own 30. Fair bit of distance. Crowd not happy about something. Probably a late shot, but it's collected by Karapani. 5 out from his own try line. Cutting towards the left-hand side. Davies with a solid tackle. Gets an offload to Walsh. Bit of room down the left. And he carries that an extra 14, 15 metres down the left edge of the field. Plays for Mam. He hands it off to, I think that's Shibasaki there. It is. Plays it just short of the 40. Plays it for Karapani. He'll carry the ball next. Up towards halfway. Good meters there. So the third tackle. Broncos are on halfway. Hunt goes right to Carrigan. Then across to Reynolds. Option on the right edge now. Kicks the ball through instead of passes it. It's a nice bounce from Mariner. Collects it, but Litton is there to bring him down. That's huge from Litton. Oof, Mariner not happy about that. Short side right for Staggs. Steps back towards the middle. Staggs is still going. Gets an offload to Hunt. Launches it left to Haas. Haas could score from here if he wants. Gets an offload to Mam. Steps off his left foot. Still in centre field. Looking towards the left edge. Kicks the ball through. Chases. It might be taken out. Lewis collects it. Brought up towards the 10. And breathe. Davies with the next carry for Hull KR. Bit of chaos there for the Broncos. Probably could have ended that a little bit better there from Mam. There's Martin with the latest carry for Hull Kingston Rovers just short of the 30. Now with Gildart taking them over the 30. 2 tackles left in this set for Hull KR. 47 minutes gone in this game. Hadley with the next carry through centre field just shy of halfway. It's now the last. Lawton, out the back, left to Lewis. Kicks from behind halfway. Walsh underneath it. It's going over his head. Bounces once. And goes over the dead ball line for a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set. 7 minutes, 15 seconds gone in the second half so far. So the Broncos need to start shifting the ball towards the edges more. They've had a little bit of success when they've moved it out wide so far on the few possessions they've had in this second half. 7.5 minutes gone in the second. Ben Hunt goes right to Gasiewski. Stopped just over his own 40. Hunt in centre field goes right to Carrigan. Straightens up, takes the carry himself over halfway. Good meters there from Carrigan. Plays for Hunt. Left to Haas. They're getting his legs, which is good, but he gets an offload to Mam. Scans the line, steps. And a few extra meters from Mam. Even against 3 big blokes. Plays it for Hunt, left to centre field. He goes short side left to Walsh. Engages the line. Nearly a breakthrough. That's definitely forward by a country mile. But that is not given at all. That is forward by a mile. Short side left from Hunt to Walsh. Doesn't give the ball off, does he? Oh, that might be a try. Shibasaki. Oh, is that going to be a knock on? I thought he might have just touched down there. 8.5 minutes gone. Broncos nearly in. Very close. Oof. Very close. So nearly 9 minutes gone in the second half. Yeah, 2 forward passes just completely missed. Next carry from Petiku up towards the 30 for Hull Kingston Rovers. Third tackle coming up as well. Lawton at dummy half. Right to Mikey Lewis. Bit of space behind the ruck. Just shy of halfway. Plays for Lawton. Left to May. Engages the line himself. Had support from Batchelor, but he was just ahead of him. 9.5 minutes gone in the second half. Last tackle for KR. They're up towards the Broncos 40. In centre field with Mikey Lewis. Chips towards the back left. Good chase from Burgess. He can win these high balls as knock on from the Broncos. Offloaded back to Gildart, and that's another try for the Robins. Early chances for the Broncos to get back in this game. Mistakes again. More mistakes from the Broncos. Another try for KR. This will be 22-4 with a kick to come. It's a relatively easy kick as well. This could be 24-4 shortly. They're doing it. KR's doing it. They're doing it. Right, that's 10.5 minutes gone in the second half so far. Gildart with the try. Thought these NRL teams were used to bombs due to, you know, Burton. Well, you'd think. But Joe Burgess is good in the air, so he's, you know, he's getting away. Who almost scored for Broncos? It was Shibasaki, almost. 51 minutes gone. Who scored just then? Oliver Gildart scored for KR. Reece Martin to add the extras. The kick from Martin is... That's good. That is good. 24-4. So the Broncos need to score at least 4 unanswered tries here. Or 3 tries, 3 kicks plus a penalty. Need Ben Hunt to score for $190? Damn. Okay. I'm still kind of waiting for the Broncos to step up, just because of how many times they upset teams at the back end of games last year. I'm just sort of waiting for the moment they switch on. I'm 38 followers, or 38 subs away from 14k. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks very much. KR in possession. 52 minutes gone. Lawton. Oh, sorry, that was Hadley with the latest carry. Next carry from Minchella through centre field. Lawton goes right to Hadley, over the 40. Up towards the halfway line. Last tackle. Left to Lewis. Kicks from behind halfway. Carapani underneath it. Oh, sorry, that's Mariner. My bad, folks. My bad. Up towards the 20. 52.5 minutes gone. Reynolds waits at dummy half. Stags with the next carry. Through the middle. Broncos need to switch on now. It's with Walsh. Left to Shibasaki. Up towards the 40. They need to get Walsh out the back. They need to get Mam or Reynolds engaged in the line and get Walsh out the back here. Carapani with the next carry up towards halfway. 2 tackles left in this set for Brisbane. Hunt in centre field goes right to Carrigan. Straightens up. Just shy of the Robins 40. Last tackle. Hunt goes right to Reynolds. Kicks through centre field. Lewis underneath it. Goes up. And the ball is bounced backwards. Hiku collects just behind the 10. Takes it over the 10 actually. And is brought down on the 10. I was thinking, Mikey Lewis at fullback, at least test him a bit more. Because Reece Walsh is a pretty good kicker of the ball. So throw a few spirals in there. Ooh, Davies with a carry. Possibly a high shot there from Carrigan, but the ref says no. Plays with Litton. He scoots up towards the 30. 2 tackles left for the Robins. Mikey Lewis waits at dummy half. In centre field. Kick from behind the 40 down the left edge. Could be a 40-20. Could be. It's a 40-20. Mikey Lewis from dummy half gets the Robins up the field. This is as good as any of the best games that the Robins played last year. And to think they were so off the pace last week. I don't think they were actually bad last week. It's just defensively York were very solid. They were clunky at times moving the ball, Hull KR, but mate, they've switched on this week. They have switched on massively. 54.5 minutes gone. Minchella will switch back to Amon. He takes it over the 10. The Robins are 5 metres out. Lawton at dummy half in centre field. Left to Minchella. Cuts back towards the right. Stopped 3 or 4 metres short of the line. 2 tackles left. Lawton goes left to May. Then to Lewis under pressure from Reynolds. Shrugs off 2 defenders, or just Hunt actually. He's still going. Wrapped up on the 10. Last tackle for the Robins. 55 minutes gone. Lawton. In centre field goes right to May. Back towards the middle. Shifts back towards the right, looking for a kick through. Does kick it through. It is collected by Peticu, and that is another try for the Robins. Oh my God. That is... Oh my God. That's another one. That is another one. How are they doing this? Oh my God. I can't RYD because I don't have the rights to show you. This will be 28, 40. You know, I'll just make it 30. This might be the biggest defeat the Broncos have all season, you know. I'd still back the Broncos to win the NRL again, but this might be the worst defeat they have all year. So it is only 28-4, but I do think he'll get the kick, so just put the kick on. Mate, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Woke up at 4:30 for this. Sorry, mate. The kick is also good. So it is 30 points to 4. Right. Broncos need 5 unanswered tries now. Wow. The hope here for the Broncos is that they've still got another 23 minutes left. So, we'll see. Can they score 28 points in 23 minutes? They've done stranger things last year, but they just look so off it. At least in the games where they made the comebacks last year, they looked like they might score. In this game, they actually barely look like scoring. 93% completion for Hull KR, 77% for the Broncos. 77% is not good enough at all. You need minimum 85 in a game like this. Amon with a strong carry. They're already inside Broncos territory because they went short from kickoff. Last tackle. It's with Lewis on the Broncos 40. Kicks towards the back left. Burgess wants to challenge this high ball. Dean Mariner goes up, collects it cleanly. Nicely done. Reynolds, now Stags. Just going to play this 15 out from his own line. Launches it left to Shibasaki, up towards the 20, down the left edge of the field. 58.5 minutes gone. Ben Hunt goes left to Karapani, now up towards the 30. Hunt, over on the left, then on his right to Tolty. Last tackle is now with Reynolds. Hits the belly of the ball. Could be a lot of spin on this one. Lewis collects it cleanly on his own 10. Wants to switch back from Davies. Hands it off to him. And he carries it up towards the 20. Don't get rage baited by Jay. He does it for a laugh. Don't fall for his shenanigans. Next carry from Joe Burgess over the 30. And a few extra meters. 59 minutes and 15 seconds gone. Third tackle for KR. Litton goes right to Martin. He takes it over the 40 and a few meters shy of halfway. Lawton then right to Minchella. Now Hadley up towards the halfway line. Ben Hunt's been on since half-time, yeah. He's been on since half-time. Nearly 20 minutes. Out the back to Mikey Lewis on the last tackle. Kicks him just behind halfway. Towards the back left. Mariner underneath it. Collects cleanly. 15 out from his own line. Cuts back towards the middle. Batchelor gets a touch on him there to bring him down. Reynolds in centre field at 9. Goes left to Walsh. They need Walsh to come up with something soon. Really soon. Karapani with a carry over the 20. So that is an hour gone. 20 minutes left. The final quarter of the game. For the Broncos to do something. Shibasaki shrugs off a few defenders. Great carry from him. Makes 20 plus meters there. Just shy of halfway. Third tackle. Hunt. Goes left to Haas. Haas trying to go down the edges here. Just through the middle, mate. That's what you're best at. Just go through the middle. When you start carrying the ball on an angle, you just lose momentum. That's all you're doing. Break here for Tolty. Needs support. Only support is Carrigan. He's got it. Patrick Carrigan could be in. Great tackle from Litton, but the ball is grounded. Well done, Tolty. I don't know how he got that break then, but that is the Broncos with a much-needed try right in front of the sticks. It'll be 30-10 in a second, but that is huge. We do know the Broncos know how to make comebacks in the NRL at the very least. Don't forget, York also came back on KR last week as well, so you never know. It's now a 20-point game, or it will be a 20-point game shortly. Tolty with the break. Look at him go. Of all the people you want in support, it's not Carrigan. It's not even Reynolds. But he had enough. Who got down? It was Carrigan. Good effort from Jez Litton, though. Really good effort. And the kick is good from Reynolds. So it's 30 points to 10. If the Broncos score again soon, is it game on, or do they need to score again for it to be game on? Okay. Clock is stopped on 61 minutes and 39 seconds. Okay, we'll be back underway shortly. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? Hey! Okay, back underway. Broncos in possession. Karapani with the catch. Hands it off to Talty. And he stopped just shy of his own 20. Both teams still have a challenge as well. There's been no real need for it. Oh, mate, thank you very much for that. The donation is very kind of you. All donations come with a free trumpet. Thank you, sir. Reynolds out the back to Walsh. Bit of room here. Then across, might have been forward again. But Mariner with a break. Supporting the inside as well with Staggs and Walsh. Doesn't give it a show and go from Mariner. The Broncos are in again. Nearly straight from kickoff. The Broncos are in again. It is 30 points to 14. They're turning it on now. This is what the Broncos do. This is what they do. Okay. Huge kick as well. They need to close that gap as much as possible. Possible forward from Walsh. I need to see it again, really. To be fair, he is against Mikey Lewis at fullback, who is not a fullback and is not used to those situations. So, fair play going for it. Mariner, good stuff. But Walsh getting involved. It's not the toughest kick in the world for Reynolds, but it's a little bit awkward. Little bit. 63 minutes gone. The kick from Reynolds looks good. It is good. 30 points to 16. Is it fair to say we've got a game now? Shall I say we've got a game now or wait for one more try? It's alright, JXV. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sir. It's all good. $291 people. Howdy, folks. Okay. We have got 16 and a half minutes to go. The Broncos are 14 points down. And we're back underway. It's Walsh. They just need Walsh getting involved as much as possible. They need to unlock Mam's run game too. Not seen enough from the key blokes. They claim there's a high shot there, or maybe a crusher, but referee's not seeing anything. Willison with a very strong carry. He'll play this a few metres shy of the 30. 24,600 attendance. They're shifting the ball again. Ricky gets an offload backwards from Staggs. Collected by Walsh, then by Burgess. So a knock-on from KR. 64 minutes gone. This might be a fresh set of 6 to the Broncos on the 14 a second. They could challenge if they want. Not sure what happened there. It was a bit of a mess. Yeah, 24,600. Great attendance. So, scrum for the Broncos in their own 30. Left to Ezra Mam. 64 and a half minutes gone. And he takes it up towards the 40. Hunt waits at dummy half, just left of centre field. Then hands it off to Willison on his right. Strong carry over halfway. Great field position here for the Broncos with plenty of tackles to go. Hunt in centre field goes right to Reynolds. Out the back to Walsh. Little show, then ball out the back. I think it might have been touched by a Robbins player. Sorry, it is. And it's a 6 again. Fresh set of 6 for the Broncos. They're only 40 metres out. 65 minutes gone, 15 minutes to go. I think if they score again now, it is game on. It feels like it kind of is now, but do we officially call it yet? I don't know. In centre field with Hunt, 25 out, goes left to Ezra Mam. Then on his right to Haas. Can you actually use Haas properly? Can you actually use him as he's meant to be used? 20 metres out, made that 15, now 10. Talty with a carry, just inside the 10 now. 3 tackles to go. Hunt in centre field, left to Walsh, engages the line. Flat ball across. Shibasaki is in. Shibasaki is in. This is game on now. This is now game on. 30 points to 20 with a kick to come. The Broncos, oh my God, might do this. They might do this. I'm actually not too bothered about that ball, actually, from Walsh. Now, that I'm saying that's flat. I think that's completely fine from Walsh, actually. Reece Walsh. Ridiculous. That's not clear forwards. That is not clear forwards. The kick is... Oh, it's off the post. It's off the post. So, 10-point advantage for KR with 13 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Momentum is a thing, Alex. That is completely fine, that. That is completely fine. The ball leaves his hands basically laterally. That's fine. But he's not stood still. There's still momentum with the ball. It leaves his hands laterally. It's completely fine. And that's the lifestyle saying it. There's no point talking about it constantly. Is this a Bradford versus Wigan comeback? Who knows? Who knows? 338 people here. Talty with the first carry off the back of the kickoff. It's a 10-point advantage for KR. Broncos are piling on the pressure now. See, the thing is, they're setting up with early plays inside their own half. They're moving the ball around. It's now with Carrigan in centre field. Then to Reynolds, shifting the ball again. It's with Staggs. Goes at Gildart. Pushed him on his backside. Takes it over the 40. Wants a quick play the ball. Doesn't get one. Could have been a 6 again, but it's not given. Reynolds on his right then to Ricky. Nearly breaks through the line. Wants a quick play the ball. Gets one for Walsh. Over the 40. 2 tackles to go. Walsh. That was forwards. Jesus. 12.5 minutes to go. Last tackle. Short side left to Ezra Mam. Engages the line. Flat ball. Nearly through. Needs an offload. Oh. That might be a penalty for KR, actually. That's a knock-on from the Broncos. I thought, because he made a second attempt there at the line, I thought that could have ended up being a penalty for KR. But they're saying it's a knock-on. Folks, we've got 12 minutes to go. 12 minutes to go. I reckon there's a lot of Robins fans getting really nervous now in that stadium. And watching at home. So yeah, 12 minutes to go. May waits at dummy half. Hands it off to Hickey on his left. Up towards the 20 and just over it as well. Lost the last 3 World Cup challenges. Wow, okay. Fair dues. Dean Hadley with a carry up towards the 30. 11.5 minutes to go. It's with Minchella in centre field. Now up towards the 40. 2 tackles left for the Robins. May, on the 4th tackle, takes the carry himself over halfway and a few extra metres. Ball came loose. And they're saying a knock-on from KR. I need to see that again. I was looking at the chat, so I missed that. But they're saying it's a knock-on from May. Well, Minchella needs a new shirt. His is just completely gone. Ricky just completely rips his shirt off. Send it. Full bank account. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Bet responsibly. Only bet what you can afford to lose. This is not financial advice. $330 people here. Howdy, folks. Clock is stopped on 68 minutes and 53 seconds, waiting for Minchella to get another shirt. But it will be Brisbane scrum just short of halfway. I would really like him to score again. I just want this game to be as interesting as possible. Staggs spins past one defender in Gildart. Thank you, FMP. Thank you. It is a penalty for the Broncos. It was offside off the back of the scrum, I think. Just offside from KR. Reynolds will kick to touch from halfway. The Broncos, with just less than 11 minutes to go, we'll have a fresh set of 6, 30 metres out. Make that 20, sorry. Now 15. Now just over 10 with Jordan Rickey. 10.5 minutes to go. He's going to play his for Hunt right of centre field. Now in centre field with Reynolds. Gives it to... Who was that then? Tolty. Hunt between the sticks. 10 metres out. Goes left to Reynolds. Then across to Mam. Kind of caught down a dead end there. Steps. Stopped on the 10. 3 tackles left. Over on the left edge now with Hunt waiting at dummy half. Slow play the ball from Mam. Back towards the middle to Carrigan. Then to Haas. Straightens up. Gets an offload. Back to Hunt. Engages the line. Going himself. Support from Tolty. He stopped basically on the try line there. Held up. They'll go back to the 10. So we've officially got 10 minutes to go. Broncos with a great chance here. I think they got 2 plays left in this set. 1 or 2. Be huge if they can get a try or a repeat set even. Haas with a carry on the 4th tackle. Straight through the middle. Stopped 2 metres short in front of the left post. Last tackle of this set. Hunt goes right to Reynolds. Across to Walsh. Launched it over the top. And no one's there to collect it. It finds touch. Walsh just launching it for the sake of it. So, 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go. And it's a nice idea from Walsh. You know, he's under pressure, but... Yeah. Bit off there. Ah, damn. 9 minutes to go. I still feel like there's more to come in this game. I even feel like there's a possible... Even though KO's on the back foot, I feel like they might just come up with something at some point. And with the Broncos probably rushing a little bit more, they might give away some penalties. Right, up towards the 20 with Petahiku taken to ground. A lot of hands around the neck there. But nothing given. Litton goes left to Burgess. 8.5 minutes to go. 3rd tackle coming up. Now with Martin with a strong carry up towards the 40. That's a good carry there from Reece Martin. Really good. Lawton goes right to Hadley. Stopped a few metres shy of halfway. Last tackle for the Robins. Lawton left to Lewis. Kicks from behind halfway. Towards the back left. Mariner underneath it. Collects cleanly a few metres in front of the try line. Has to step back as well. Returns the ball in centre field. Stopped on the 10. They've got 90 metres to go. 8 minutes left. 10 points down. They go right to Staggs. Bumps off one. Then another. But makes a metre or 2 in total. Back towards the middle. Walsh under pressure. Bit of space down the left here. Karapani steps off his right foot. Gets an offload to Mam. Bit of room down the left here. Mam steps back inside. Oh, that was support from Walsh. If he gave that ball, Walsh is just through. Oh my God. Shibasaki with a carry through centre field. Just shy of halfway. The support run from Walsh. It was there. He just couldn't get the ball off. Hunt goes left to Carrigan. Then across to Mam. Engages the line. Steps inside. Mam's not really had much going on today. Hunt, short side left. It's with Walsh. Engages the line. Chips the ball down the left edge of the field. Chases as well. Mikey Lewis collects. Hits Mikey Lewis. Brings him to ground. 4 metres in front of the try line. We've got 7 minutes to go. So KR with possession inside their own 10. Broncos need to keep him pinned back now. May in centre field. Goes left to Gildart. Cuts back towards the right. Carrigan gets a hold of him straight away. Tolty there to help out. They make about a metre or 2 off that first one. Lewis scoots from dummy half, makes an extra 3 or 4 metres. That's it through centre field. Now with May, right to Whitbread. Tolty and Carrigan making the tackles again. Just a few metres shy of the 30. It's the last tackle. Well done from the Broncos, restricting metres here. Left to Lewis. Pressure on Mikey Lewis, but it's collected on the 20 by Mariner. Needs a good return here. Cuts back towards the left. Batchelor there to stop him on the 30. Next carry from Karapani. We've got 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. Hunt goes right to Willison. Spins off Batchelor. Still going. Sam Luckley is finally on the field. Finally, Sam Luckley is getting some minutes in this game. Broncos on halfway. 3 tackles to go. Ball out the back is a little bit wayward. Collected by Ezra Mam. Cutting down the left edge, shrugs off one defender, needs an offload possibly, is stopped on halfway. Not a great play there from the Broncos. 2 tackles left in this set. Still got another 50 metres to go. It's with Payne Haas on the 4th. Carries it up towards the 40. Last tackle. Hunt. Little show and go down the short side left. Chips the ball over the top. Chase here from Shibasaki. Shibasaki collects. Can he? Oh, knocks it on into Mikey Lewis. Almost. Almost. Wow. I don't know what they've given there. I don't know what he's given. 20 metre restart. Okay. Folks, we've got 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Penalty for KR. High shot on Joe Burgess. They can get out of trouble now. They can get out of trouble. They'll just run down the clock as much as they can here. Okay, clock's been stopped. 75 minutes and 21 seconds stopped on the clock at the moment. They'll find touch. They don't find touch. They don't find touch. Broncos have the ball. Mariner with a carry up towards the 40. 4.5 minutes to go. Broncos have the ball. Now with Carrigan in centre field. Left to Ezra Mam. They might have the numbers down the left here. Walsh. Then to Shibasaki trying to get around Hiku. Can he get around Davies? Nearly. Flicks the ball back inside to Karapani. Just stays in field. Plenty of tackles to go. They're 25 metres out. It's with Jack Kasevsky up towards the 20. Oh my God. If they score on this set. Holy shit if they score on this set. 4 minutes to go. Payne Haas. Carries it back towards the middle. Still going. Payne Haas. Now down the right edge. Support with Katoni Stagg. Steps off his right foot. Over the 10. Broncos 5 or 6 metres out. Ricky at dummy half. Back towards the middle now with Adam Reynolds. Then across to Carrigan now in centre field. Ball out the back to Walsh. There's space there. There is space. Flat ball to Shibasaki. He's 5 metres out over on the left-hand side of the field. Oh my God. Hunt on the last. Across to Carrigan. Needs an offload. Gives it to Reynolds. There's space on the right. Staggs supporting is outside. Katoni Staggs is in. That is a try for the Broncos. Mate, the Broncos have got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get a try or a try and a kick, depending on this conversion. 3 minutes 15 to go with the clock stopped. This is a huge kick here. Because if they end up scoring in the corner, they don't want to have to score in the corner here to equalise. This is a huge kick right now. Oh my God. 3 minutes 15 to go. Waiting for confirmation. Not sure what for. There was nothing wrong with that. Try confirm. There we go. Clock ticking away again. They want to be quick with the kick, but, you know. It's a fairly tough one for Reynolds. Fairly tough here. The kick from Reynolds is... Oh, it's wide. It is wide. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Wow. 6-point lead. 6-point lead for KR with 3 minutes to go, or 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. Broncos need to score again, obviously, but close to the sticks. Reynolds has been a little bit off with some of these conversions. Dean Hadley, man of the match, was that? Okay, Mikey Lewis will get us back underway. Broncos in possession. Haas through the middle. They need to get him carrying the ball as much as possible, and Walsh with hands on the ball as much as possible as well when they do actually spread it. When it's through the middle, you want Haas. When it's moving it, you want Walsh. Simple as that. Willison with a carry down the left edge. Second tackle. 2.5 minutes to go. Down the short side left with Mam. Then to Shibasaki over the 40. Just a few metres shy of halfway. Plays it a little bit slowly or gingerly for Hunt. Now with man. Back towards the middle to Reynolds. Switches back to Haas. They've been doing well on Payne Haas today, getting his legs. Hunt in centre field, just shy of halfway. Goes right to Reynolds. Engages the line. Out the back to Walsh. Room for Walsh. Oh, nearly offloads the ball to Staggs. Last tackle. 2 minutes to go. Short side right. Then Hunt cuts back towards the middle. Offloads it to Reynolds. Left to Carrigan. Looking for a break. Offloads it. It's out the back to Haas. Launches it left to Gosevsky. Back inside to Willison. Needs an offload. Gets one to Mam. He needs support. Kicks the ball through. Is anyone chasing? Goes over the dead ball line. 20-metre tap. 7 tackle set. I think the Broncos might get one more set after this. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Hull KR taking as long as he wants to tap on the 20. Liam Moore stops the clock. Both teams are knackered. Absolutely knackered. KR up towards the 30 with Davies. I hate slow play the balls. I hate this. This is the worst part of ends of games. You're not hurt. You're not this tired that you can't play the ball normally. It just feels unsportsmanlike to me. I hate when people do this. How long left? 1 minute. I think the Broncos will get some plays. I don't think they won't get a full set, but they'll get at least one play. At least. Martin with a slow carry here. 45 seconds to go. Oh, get up, Reese. Play the ball, man. Oh, I hate it when people do this. May with a carry. Last tackle. 30 seconds to go. Is left to Mikey Lewis. 30 seconds left. Engages the line. Chips the ball over the top. Chases it as well. Collected by Reese Walsh. Shrugs off Lewis. Cutting towards the left-hand side of the field. If Walsh gets around him, they could be through here in a minute. Walsh over the top. Collected by Karapani. Possibly knocked on. Referee says knock on from Josiah Karapani. They have got a challenge if they want to use it. But that, I think, is full time. I think that is it. Folks, the hooter is sounded. That is full time. Hull Kingston Rovers 30, Brisbane Broncos 24. There will be some jelly legs in that ground today, I can assure you. What a game that is. What a game. Again, another reason why Rugby League is the best sport in the world. I will hear no differing opinions. Oh my God. Hull KR went up 30 points to 4. Broncos scored 20 unanswered points. 24 unanswered points. Yeah, 20, sorry. Great effort towards the end from the Broncos, but KR in the first half were just too good. Just too good. Well done, Rovers from New Zealand. See you in Vegas next week. Absolutely. Right then. Shameless plug while there's still a lot of people here. Subscribe to the channel. Social media links are in the description. Follow me on TikTok as well, trying to get to 10k as soon as possible. There'll be clips going on TikTok very soon and need to put things together after this. But, oh my God. Wow. I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. But yeah, I will be streaming 3 other Super League games this weekend, and I'll be doing I'll try and do every NRL round 1 game. I'll try to. But yeah, thank you to all the new people that stopped by. You're very welcome for the stream. Thank you for being here. One final trumpet before we go, shall we? Let's have it. Hey! Well, Hull Kingston Rovers. Hull Kingston Rovers, well done. Very, very well done. And that's 3 in a row for Super League against the NRL. Very well done. Okay, right, I'm going to call it a day there. Yeah, wherever you're watching from, Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, PNG, Fiji, Vanuatu, wherever you're watching from, thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll see you for Saints vs Lee tomorrow. Have a great rest of your weekend. See ya.